Northland Health Centers is here to help us take that deep breath. We're talking about a mindful guide to New Year's resolutions this morning. Good morning to you, Jenny. Happy New Year still.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Yeah. Still weird to say. It's like, at what point can we not say that, right?
Right.
But I think as New Year's resolutions keep going, if not falling off already,
right,
it's the mindfulness all behind that.
Yes.
And so how do we take a hold of that?
It funds it all, right? And in New Year's resolutions, sometimes some of us have that right now, some of us don't. It's been a busy holiday season for some people, so we've kind of thought about it, but we haven't really committed ourselves to that New Year's resolution. So some of these tips can maybe help you when you're setting that, or if you have one, that you can use it to further foster that, because I think it's that longevity, that endurance, and things that really get us, because it's a year, right, that we're focusing on, that we're trying to get this done. And so a lot of times we want to focus on the outcome rather than the process in order to get us to that outcome.
I mean, I think they say in order to, I mean, at the end of the day, you're creating a habit, I guess.
Yes.
And they say it takes like 60 some days to create that habit. So how do we kind of just make sure all our intentions are okay? How can we justify this?
That's the number one thing that you should really do. If you're doing it for a reason, and you want to know and really clarify what your intentions are for that reason, because that's going to be your spark that keeps that motivation going throughout the years, because you have to remember why you're doing this, because it's not easy all the time. There's going to be challenging times. There's going to be times we question, I'm not going to do it today, or I'm just going to procrastinate, hit that snooze button, whatever it is that we're going to do. But that why can really help us drive and get that spark going again for ourselves.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, some New Year's resolutions are a little bit easier than others. Say your goal is to lose 25 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to be overnight. It's the process to get there, whether that's walking or eating right. How do we sustain that process?
Right. So instead of focusing on the 25 pounds, you want to focus on the activities that would generate you to be able to get to lose those 25 pounds, like walking, dieting, exercising, more water intake, you know, whatever is recommended per person to do that. But it's the little things. You want to focus on the little things, because it's a lot easier every day to wake up and find one little thing to do rather than a big, huge thing. I'm going to fold all my clothes and put them away, and my closet's going to be completely clear. In one day, okay. With everything else you have going on besides work and life and things like that. So it's better to, like, I'm going to put away my socks.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. As soon as the dryer goes off, that's that habit of as soon as it goes off, I'm going to put it away. It's not, it sits there for a week.
Right.
So clearing out that habit, that's part of the issue that we have to clear.
Yes. Yeah.
And then practice self-compassion. What do you mean by that?
Yes, that's the number one thing. This is difficult. We're trying to do a change, right? It's not like, or maybe we're trying to maintain something that was a little difficult, but self-compassion is, if the more critical that we are of ourselves, the less motivation we'll have for that, and we lose that drive to keep us going. So self-compassion allows us to not be perfect.
Yeah.
Don't be perfect in this. It's not a linear process. There's ups and downs. There's going to be good days and not bad days. But eventually, as you keep going through and doing that one small thing a day, you are making that change. You may not see it right away, but it's coming. And patience, right, is also a virtue that can be helpful for us. But that self-compassion, along with clarifying your intentions, can be really helpful for maintaining those.
Absolutely. It goes a long way too. And then maybe, you know, one way of just listening to nature as you're going out for a walk doesn't work the same as putting in headphones for somebody else.
Right.
And so neither does just visioning things. But what about a vision board? Is that still a thing?
Some people still do that. Some people are very vision orientated, you know, by visual learners or things like that. So be creative. Just because you said, I'm going to do this every day, you can change that up. It's good to have alternatives, right, to change up to, because you might get bored with it, doing the same thing over and over again. And some of us like that little bit of, a little bit of a
Everybody
challenge.
Here.
Variety's the spice of life. You want to have those other options to do. If I can't do this, then maybe I can do that.
Absolutely. Jenny, there's some information that people can find from Northland Health Centers and where to reach out to you. And the last thing that we didn't get to was just word of the year. Have something in mind, always have it in the back of your head. I'm assuming that's where you were going to go with that one.
Yes, pick one word that helps focus and align everything together for you, so you have that
Well,
spark.
Jenny, I hope with these tips your New Year's resolution goes really well. Same with ours, right?
Yes, yes.